Okay, next question.
Okay. When meditating, some teachers say to focus on the sensation of the body from head to toe. And there's two questions in this paragraph. The first one is, what is the insight to gain in this type of meditation, please? Or is it best to use the breath as an object of meditation to develop concentration, to see reality and stick to the breath as the object, and not to keep changing the object during the meditation practice? Thank you.
Okay. As I mentioned every day in my instructions, you pay attention to your breath. You pay attention to your breath. You cannot isolate breath without feeling. You feel the breath. You mentally perceive the breath. You have intention or attention to the breath. Intention to breathe and paying attention to the breath. And you are fully conscious. These are all working together with the breath. Feeling is there. Perception, some people use it sensation or the body. This sensation is not on the skin or moving from top to head, toes. Not that kind of sensation. But when we say feeling, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, neutral feeling. In the Satipatthana Sutta, you see Sukhang Vedana Vedimano, Sukhang Vedana Vediyami iti pajanati. Buddha did not say Sukhang Vedana means happy feeling. When one feels happiness, one feels happiness not on top of the head, or on the nose, or on the ear, or on the lips, or on the shoulders, or on the toes, and so forth. Happy feeling is in the mind. You feel happiness. Unhappy feeling arises in the mind. You become aware of that. Neutral feeling arises in the mind. You have become aware of that, and so forth. Whenever feeling arises of any nature, you notice it happening in the mind. When we breathe in and out, paying attention to the breath, you feel the feeling of the breath. Now, it doesn't mean that you move your feeling from one place to another deliberately. You become aware of whatever feeling naturally, normally arises in the breath or in your mind. And therefore, shifting the object of meditation can make meditation quite unsteady. To make it steady, we become aware of the feeling, or you may call sensation, whatever. For both feeling and sensation, we use only one Pali word, that is Vedana. Vedana includes both sensation or feeling and feeling. And whenever it arises, we just become aware of what arises and notice how long it exists and how it fades away. That means vidita upajanti, vidita upatanti, vidita abbatang gachanti in Pali. Vidita means knowing we see rising, knowing we see existing or remaining, and knowing we see passing away. Arising, remaining, and passing away, you see arising of feeling, remaining of feeling, passing of feeling, you know with your awareness, you know that. So, when it arises, you know it arises. When it passes away, you know it is passed away. So, it is happening in a very natural flow, without any deliberation. When something is naturally happening, you simply become aware of that. Simply become aware of that. And in that you see, that feeling is a very, very subtle changes taking place in the feeling. When you observe the feeling, pay attention to feeling, without trying to manipulate the feeling. Don't play with the feeling. Just become aware. While you are experiencing, you become aware of it. This is what I call participatory observation. Participatory observation. While participating, you become fully aware of what is you are participating. No comment, no analysis, no criticism, no emotion, no remarks. Simply become aware of what is happening. That makes the mind calm, relaxed and peaceful. That is how we gain insight in meditation. That is what the Buddha always say. Yatha bhuta jnana darsana. Yatha bhuta means jnana darsana. Knowledge and vision of things as they really are. Not as we want them to be, not as we think about them, but we want to see them exactly as they are. It is very important, very difficult, with all kind of analysis, speculation, logic, philosophy, psychology, verbalizing, scholarships, all this. If you bring into this, then this yatha bhuta jnana darsana you will not get. In order to see things exactly as they are, remember, suppose a scientist wants to investigate certain things, a little blood cell. He put on a certain place and take a powerful microscope and with good eyesight, with good light, watch the drop of blood to see its components, its behavior, what is there, and so forth. All the information he gets from that little blood cell. He does not put his ideas into that, his criticism, his analysis. He simply watched that blood cell and then record. Buddha is exactly like that. Buddha said, don't put your emotions, your logic, your philosophy into what is happening. Just become aware of it as it is happening.
Okay, Bhante. So the first question is some clarifications about the Anapanasati Sutta. The first point is that there is the breath body as an object of concentration, and thus one practices to arouse the factors of enlightenment from Dhamma as it is. So with subtlety, deeply penetrating subconscious of anicca. This is without words and concepts. It is within the present instant, and this is done with intention. And then there is insight, vipassana, that occurs with the breath. And then there is what's called the aloka, the light that comes on, unified body made up of the 4 elements that is being investigated as pure Dhamma. And the mind transmutes, apprehends into an awareness that boils down to applicable insights that are actual and well-received development. And this happens for some time. I'm guessing the question is this correct understanding of the practice? Could you please elaborate a bit more on this?
Yes, surely in Anapanasati Sutta, you will, when you come to the 4th tetrad, it is specifically mentioned that the meditator should be aware of anicca, impermanence, viraga, not clinging, nirodha, cessation, and patinisagga, abandoning, letting go, giving up. These things are happening in our mind with regard to all our body, feeling, perception, thought, and consciousness. At the same time, our mind becomes full of joy, and that is the time people sometimes see light. That I would not worry about, and next moment they gain concentration. When we gain concentration, mindfulness becomes very, very clear, because in the concentrated state of mind, both mindfulness and equanimity becomes very clear. They purify. That is, purified mindfulness, purified equanimity takes place when we gain concentration. So here we see samatha, vipassana joined together, mentality, materiality working together. They are inseparable. Mentality, materiality are inseparable. 5 aggregates are also inseparable. When we see all these things, our insight develops to such an extent that no greed, hatred, or delusion have any room in that state of mind. That is what happens when samatha and vipassana join together. Samatha, or tranquility, brings very powerful concentration. Vipassana brings powerful insight, wisdom, and concentration and wisdom work together at that moment to overcome. If we maintain that state, and then greed, hatred, and delusion will disappear, and perhaps it may never return again. That is the full attainment of enlightenment. If not, if they come back, greed, hatred, and delusion return, the attainment you gain during meditation is temporary attainment. But you can see what is ahead of you if you continue your practice. One day you will definitely be able to overcome all these defilements and attain full enlightenment. At least you can attain stream entry. And then that is the best thing you can achieve in your life. Okay.